Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. This is Case 12, Color of Lightning. Insert sound effect here. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Call of Cthulhu, a sci-fi horror role-playing game. Nice. Your investigators of the unknown are Gabe as Roy.
If this is the color of lightning, I'm the riders on the storm.
Doom, 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 doom. Matt as Rocky.
Insert song lyric here.
And Brian as Pippa.
Pippa, you can do this. Do this for Dad.
For Papa.
To your dad.
It was
Papa,
fun playing
can
Pippa.
you
I
hear
tell you, it was a good time.
She won't be around for much longer. But
Oh, shit. I guess that's up to you guys.
I'm just going to shoot her.
well, actually, it's up to
bang,
the
bang,
dice.
I was going to say.
Let's be honest.
Let's see what happens here. Well, welcome back, players. How's everybody? We've had a little bit of a break. Especially Gabe.
Yeah. Just Gabe. No. He made us do
Just
6 while you were
Monica.
gone. Gabe,
Gabe.
6.
Hey, listeners,
I
just
haven't
blame
stood up out
everybody.
of
Don't
this
blame
chair
me.
in 3 weeks.
Exactly. Well, speaking of listeners, if you would like to provide feedback or praise or just say howdy, drop us a letter from beyond on our website at lovecrafttapes.com. And we do have a couple letters tonight to read, which is very nice. First one is from Merlin S. Mess. Well, my beautiful pod performers, I do love your show. I have a lovely little COC group. We also play RuneQuest, and currently Fabulous Freddy the Fingered Jackson is running Starfinder. I have become a particular fan of the taco fish. We, north of the wall in merry old Englandshire, have a similar exotic fish called Craster Kippers.
Ooh.
I feel would make the perfect fish for taco fish. Refer to the information portal known as Internet for details. They look like a product of Lovecraft's brain. I modeled my description of the Migo on these, and I actually did look at these, Google them, and they're basically they're kippers, but they're split, so you see both sides of their bodies. And anyhow, thanks for the awesome lockdown. I have listened and digested all up to date.
Awesome.
You kind of kept a crazy middle-aged Brit entertained for several days. You have my love for that. Thanks. The old one is awake. I must carry out the appropriate warding spells and throw some food into the cellar. Keep rocking in the free world.
Nice.
Thank you, Merlin. Those were some very nice
Very well
words.
written.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Is this like the Merlin?
Merlin
The
S.
TV
Mess.
show.
Mm-hmm.
Merlin, the video game from the 80s. Remember that, Brian?
Nope.
Hey, Brian.
No, Merlin, like the bad TV show.
It was supposed to be like Simon,
the-
but it was shaped like a telephone.
I wasn't born
Google
until
it.
like 89.
Whatever.
Damn, hair dye didn't stick.
Exactly.
Oh. Hey, Brian. Crow wants to know, is Pippa 1P or 2?
It's 2.
Gross. Only depends how much she drinks.
Ooh, double P.
Yep.
All
2.
P's all the time.
Right?
There you
2?
go.
Second letter from Beyond tonight is from the Angry Piper. Hi, guys. I love the podcast, and you have all made me laugh many times. But when Gabe deadpanned, I knew I never liked mines because I hate the French. I laughed so hard I missed the next 5 minutes of the podcast and had to go back. The problem is I went too far back and heard him say it again, and that just made me lose it even more. Did I mention I was driving at the time? Oh, brilliant. Just fucking brilliant. Thanks for all the great episodes.
Killed a small family of 6 that day.
That's how you know your podcast has really made it, when you're responsible for the death of a small family of 6.
Tragic. Go ahead, Gabe.
That was a joke, I promise. I was joking.
I love the French and mimes.
I love everyone. They're all great.
Please don't die.
Mayo crepes.
Male crepes?
Male crepes are the best. They're
Mail order
elongated.
crepes.
Feel that cream in the middle? All right. This show is brought to you in part by our generous fans and supporters on patreon.com/Lovecraft Tapes. And since today is August 4th, I had to double
Today
check.
is August.
Today is August 4th.
Every day is August.
French Canadians are far superior. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was
that
gonna say, hey,
Crow.
Gabe, Crow wants
Probably
to know
not,
how you
but-
feel about the French Canadians in comparison to the French.
I mean, they're North American, so do the math.
Well, don't do the meth.
Yes, exactly. All right, so a big thank you to our current Patreon supporters. I'm going to run through these as quick as I can because there's a shit ton. Thank you to Jordy Rose, Barry Robeson, Brittany Davis, Elizabeth Grieve, Chris Parker, Atulia, Jefferson Bell, Madeline Turnipseed, Brownie Davis, Eric Zane, Olda Polkert, Mitch L., Lobster Johnson, Kyle Sherman, Frank Delventhal, Huge Pie, Wouter Ramayan, David Winterman, Daniel Hissey, Eric Phillips, John M. Ray, Malambra 57, Wild Pants, Yasmin Amber, Amanda Power, hey, Daniel Caprone, Snow, Dom Driver, John May, hey John, Bastard King, Davinia Von Zarevich, Eric Setterberg, Phil Dickinson, Robert Jameson, Mal, Boston Harbor Horror, Rain, Young Old One, Yog, A.E. Jonesy, Stephen Gregory, Liz Moonberry, Marty Dixon, Andrew Petty, Shane Stoley, Sheldon Warner, Chainsaw Unicorn, Gregory Schmucker, Captain Vashton, Peter BDB, Flix Capacitator, Rolling Boxcars, I didn't say that right, Rolling Boxcars, Jeffrey Young,
Rolling box cores.
Rolling Boxcars, Jeffrey Young, Bifford, James Brown, Hoser _21, Alexandra Kroska, Holden Omans, John Scarcella, Ineptus Astartes, Ba Tran, Tien Tai, AJ Ake, Phil Campbell, Justin Lebuck, Matthew, John Konopasek, Tomas, Dingus Khan, Kevin G, Mick Cope, Robert Lamb, Sarah, and Phoenix Black. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate that. The
Yay.
continued support. Or if you're new to Patreon, appreciate that as well. Everything you contribute goes directly back into my pocket, and these guys might get some bird scratch at the end of the season. So you never know.
Well,
We have
what
to fight in a pit full of Jello for it.
I usually win.
We have to do that?
Jello.
Yeah.
I thought you
it was
chose to do that.
optional. I love it.
Optional Jellos.
What are you going to do, Jeremy, when we have 1,000? Hoga Poger?
I have no
5
clue.
hours
dude.
later.
I have no clue. Anyways, before we
I think
begin,
the answer is we're not going to get 1,000.
that's it. We got to cut them off at 999.
Gabe, we've called you here for a reason. We need to have a talk.
Oh shit! You were the 1,000.
This is an
You gotta
intervention.
go. All right. Before we begin, we need to take a quick commercial break. You know how this goes, guys. Let's roll some Sweet D. What do you say? Let's see who gets lucky. I got a 75.
Oh, I got an
Brian
88.
is the seller and Gabe is the buyer.
Oh, I don't have my commercial I wrote. Oh, well,
Sounds
I'll
like a
make
personal
something.
problem.
It is.
Brown
'Cause I
pants,
haven't gotten
problem
picked
solved.
in the last 10 times.
Where did you get a 75?
I
did
came
this?
up with like 3 while I was sitting
Oh, I
there,
did
so you
it to
should be fine.
GM. Sorry, I keep.
Oh, okay. Convenient. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, whoops. Allow me to just say what
Whew, I had a
wanted to say.
99. Whew.
Am I the seller or the buyer? I didn't
I'm
hear
the
You are the
seller.
buyer.
Okay.
Hey. What's up,
Hey,
baby?
you.
You, I see you're working your butt off today.
Yeah, there it goes.
And then
It's
you're
running
up all
away.
night. You're up all night studying, trying to better yourself. I see it.
You don't gotta dox me.
Don't know what that means. I got something that can help you, though. You want it?
Yes.
All right. $5.
That's a good deal. That's a lot cheaper than these help me pills I've been taking.
Hold on, guys. My dog's barking his head off for some goddamn reason.
It's okay. It's an ad. These don't make it into the show.
Shut the fuck up, Mike.
There. Yeah, what I can do for you is it is a pill. I know you said you like pills. So
Yes.
it's a pill.
Top
But,
3 thing for me.
You take one, and when you wake up in the morning, you don't have to go to work. And you don't have to do your studying. Because if you look to your right, there's another you in the bed.
And this me, he's like a nerd who likes doing all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. He's a nerd that does anything you tell him to.
But wait, I hate nerds. Is that going to be a problem?
But you get to tell him to do whatever you want him to do.
Can I like give it wedgies and stuff?
Yeah, that's what bullies do, right? Do you want a pill?
Full form, but I'm not going to question it.
All right, the first pill's $1,000. It's a little steep, I know. But here's the thing. We got a special right now. You buy one pill, you get 2 free. Every night that you take a pill, you get another you. You'll never have to do another thing the rest of your life if you don't want to.
I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to society if I didn't create more me's, to be honest.
How many can I put you down for? Now, we have a maximum of 10 that you can buy at once.
Give me 20.
We got short supply. I said we can only do 10.
Yeah, but all right, so I'll take 10 now and then 10 tomorrow.
Well, I can't get them that quick. Hold on one second. My buddy will be here in the morning to give you 10 more. He'll look a lot like me.
Is he going to be... Oh, I didn't ask because I didn't think it would be important.
All right, well, I'll see you later.
And we're back. What'd you guys think of that product and service?
Mind-blowing.
I like it. It's a good service.
Yeah, and or feature things with feature services.
Worst product ever. Don't go anywhere near it. It will kill your family. 5 stars.
He's just mad because they stole the patent from him. Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
Well, for my money, that product and or service can't be beat. In fact, it's impervious to any physical punishment or destruction. However, if you're lucky, you'll get one with a crippling emotional weakness. Try picking on it or calling it names. If it flinches, you will know how to dominate it, and from that moment on, the product and or service will do your bidding without fail. Just remember to pet it occasionally and feed it weekly, or you'll find it floating dead in the fish tank one morning, exactly like those sea monkeys you bullied last year.
This is a really fitting thing that you pre-wrote.
That's so cool.
I'm in your minds.
I actually had something like that written up. I don't know where I put it, but
Sea monkeys?
It was funny. No. The pill.
Sea monkeys do
pill sea
monkeys.
Yep, the pill
You're
monkeys.
doing monkeys, dude?
Yeah.
Come on.
No, the pill
shit.
makes you see monkeys.
That's gotta
Tough
be
out here,
illegal,
man, in
I
the
think.
real world.
Okay. I get it. You're doing monkeys and you're too embarrassed to say it.
Oh, no, I'll say it.
No, not you.
Doing
You're
monkeys.
not too embarrassed.
Matt's too embarrassed.
I don't know what you're
mean-
talking about. These accusations are wholly
Matt, shut them up.
unfounded.
Matt, you gotta stop doing monkeys.
So look, I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing behind me at all.
Bubbles, shut up.
Bubbles. Oh, shit.
Clearly, I'm floating in a black void of nothing. So I really
Of
don't know what you're
monkeyness.
talking about.
Of monkeyness.
Now, dear investigators, we continue. Case 12. Tape 10. Skipping Stones. Previously on the Lovecraft tapes. Calamity strikes Arkham in the most unexpected places and at the most inopportune times. Roy deals with the aftermath of lightning at the well dig site and reunites with a lost love. Rocky travels back to Miskatonic University to deliver more evidence to Carolyn LaCroix, only to find himself in the wrong place at the wrong time. Pippa busily goes about her day, prepping for curious homebuyers, but completely unprepared for a surprise visitor. As the Friday sun reaches high noon, our investigators wonder what other shocks to their systems must they endure. Pippa. The back of your head is throbbing, and you feel sick to to your stomach as you stand in the entryway of the cottage house that you now realize was just a trap to get you here by yourself. There was no buyer en route. Whoever did this just wanted your necklace and the Yithian starstone set into it. Eyes blurry with tears, your sight pulses red with anger as you stare down at the carnival bracelet in your hands. R+C is engraved on the wristband. As if a light switch goes off, your photographic sense memory latches onto a vaguely familiar scent coming from the slightly ajar closet door where the assailant had hidden in wait for you.
Oh my God, they're cookies.
The apple pie did it.
Is it still warm?
Salted caramel brownie Oreos.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna move over to the closet, nursing my head, of course, and use my sense of smell.
So you move over towards the
Nothing.
closet door. The scent is getting stronger, but you can't quite pinpoint it. The
Yeah.
closet door is mostly closed, but only
Okay.
slightly ajar. However, you are happy to see
It's not
that
a jar, it's a door.
your hand comes away with no blood.
Whew.
So you
Head
feel pretty
wounds
good
are
about
tough.
that.
Yeah.
Roll for head wound.
Yep. Do I recognize the smell though? Like, can I place that smell? It's so familiar.
It's so familiar, but it
Yeah.
seems to be coming from inside the closet.
What's in the jar?
It's coming from inside the house.
the closet.
All right, I'm just gonna whip the
Get
closet
out.
wide open.
And as you do, the scent of whoever was hiding in there wafts over you, and you immediately smell sandalwood and French lavender.
The French, we knew it.
Charlene's
It was those damn
perfume.
mines.
Don't even say that.
Roy. Oh, man. Is there anything better than grub from a college food truck? You're halfway through a lobster roll, mayo dripping down your chin, when a strident alarm begins to sound from one of the Miskatonic University buildings. Surely that's not because of the bogus bomb threat. You chew and swallow, then realize the police band radio in Bugsy Jr.'s squad car nearby is crackling with voices. Grunting, you edge closer to the... Sorry. Grunting. Sorry.
Yes.
Grunting, you're edging. No. Grunting.
In public. Whoa.
Whoa, hey now. Grunting, you edge closer to the locked vehicle and listen at the closed window. It's an APB. You've heard them a million times. Seems a body was just discovered in the history building, and one of the students reported seeing the suspect whose description sounded an awful lot like Jack Whiteside. Oh, shit. Rocky now occupied Jack Whiteside's old body. The police think your brother killed the professor. Sure, he's an idiot, but he'd never do anything like that without good reason. Unless he lied about the deal with Starbuck, and this was part of her real plan? Well, you won't know until you find him, and if the police radio is correct, the suspect is still here on campus. You just need to get to him before the cops do.
Well, I guess I better get there. And I didn't. You said your mouth moved, but I didn't hear what you said, Brian.
No, you're muted, buddy.
Sorry, the dogs were barking. I said right after you finish your lunch. It wasn't important. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna head back the way I came and see if I can't find Bugsy Jr. from that way, because I know I came away from him.
Okay, so you're gonna go try to find Bugsy and not your brother?
Well, I kind of feel like it's kind of a two-way thing, you know?
Okay. Like one might lead to the other?
Yeah, and Bugsy can help me, of course, because it's Bugs.
Gotcha. Okay, why don't you go ahead and give me a track roll, please?
Because that's stupid. That's why.
The
I
worst
needed a
idea
13,
ever.
I got a 91. That's why not.
Spend the luck.
luck.
Yikes. All right. Rocky.
Push it.
Push it real good.
Excuse me.
Inappropriate.
Let's try it again. Rocky. With the clues you've uncovered in the Miskatonic Library, you're beginning to put two and two together. It's all here in the archives, just as Carolyn LaCroix suspected. Charlene Abernathy's great-grandfather, Harvey Abernathy, seems to have absconded with a Yithian starstone from a dig funded by Madame Starbuck in France in early 1947. It seems the two may have been involved in some kind of partnership before those relations went sour. If the Arkham Daily newspaper articles you found earlier were accurate, it sounded as though Harvey fled back to Arkham, immediately followed by Starbuck. Presumably, Starbuck then attempted to use Wallace Abernathy, Harvey's brother, as a bargaining chip to get the stone back. But then the blaze took them all, until Harvey returned mysteriously months later. You suspect he may have returned with at least one of those stones, and who, after all these years, would have inherited it? Charlene, no doubt. If she did indeed possess a Yithian starstone, what possible motivation would she have for getting close to Pippa as her assistant? Unless, was she attempting to complete a set? If so, for what reason? What was it Starbuck said in the dream? Something about access to the library city? Before you can continue with this line of thinking, an obnoxious alarm goes off one floor above the archives. Blast! Now what could that be?
Bloody hell.
What is it?
Am I the only one in the archives, or are there like other students around?
There are no other students. The archives are very slow right now because it is off season. So I think what we'll say is there are no students, but there is a single librarian who is seated at the entry, maybe with an arm's length of a phone.
Hovering.
So I'm going to
Burn it down.
gather up the information, whether that be taking photos or copying things down or whatnot, because I more than likely than not cannot take these things out of the archives.
Right.
And I'm going to head up to the desk where the librarian is. Excuse me, but perchance, do you happen to know where your... I'm assuming you have some sort of campus store where you sell all sorts of paraphernalia for this place. Is that correct?
And she's reading a book at the time, and she doesn't even look at you and just points upwards.
Thank you. And I'm going to, as quickly as I can, make my way up to the campus store.
All right, so you emerge from the archives, which are in the basement of the library proper, and begin to make your way down a aisle of the library, and you see rushing past the entry door to the library, and just passing perpendicular to it, two security officers and Bugsy Jr. Bugsy Jr. has his gun drawn.
It's gonna grab a book that's next to me and kind of pretend like I'm reading and wait for him to pass.
Yeah, it's you're actually not in danger at the current time, but
Okay.
clearly it looks like somebody has been alerted, and they're on the prowl for somebody.
I wonder who.
I'm going to pick up the pace and as quickly as I can without making it look like I'm, desperate, still heading towards that store.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me a stealth roll, please?
Pace Bacante's house.
New York City.
New York City.
I needed a 32. I rolled a 23. That's a success.
Nicely done. Okay.
Very nice.
All right, we'll switch back to Pippa. So, Pippa, you're looking at this empty closet and realizing that it was Charlene hiding there.
I'm going to dig for my phone real quick and text Roy.
Cool. What are you texting him?
Charlene just took my necklace and hit me on the head.
Okay.
Send.
All right.
Emoji. Smiley emoji. Cry emoji.
Eggplant.
Exploding head emoji.
Nice. Okay.
Who dis?
New flip phone. Who dis? What are all these weird X's and squares? I don't know what those things are.
Damn you, Unicode.
All right. So you send held a message misogyny. What does that say? I knew that bitch was in trouble. There we go. All right.
Me too.
Obsidian Phoenix, watch that misogyny. So
Which is really weird about language.
I know Twitch is funny.
Last week, I'm pretty sure it was Obsidian who muted the message because he used the word loon because we were talking about the bird.
Exactly.
I was like, wait, really?
All right. So Pippa, you go ahead and zap your message, and you see it goes boop.
Whoa. My phone's never made that sound before. Whoop. Oh, wow. Did it again. It must be a loon. All right. So I'm going to just take a second, make sure I'm okay and I'm put together. I'm going to make sure everything's shut off, grab my shit, shut and lock the door, and jump in my car and head back to Blaine Manor, hoping that I'll be able to meet up with either Roy or Rocky there.
Okay. Awesome.
Because I don't know that they're off doing their shenanigans.
Sure. Okay.
Would you?
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take you. So you drive through town, and what you notice is as you drive through town, things appear to be eerily quiet. Like you don't see as many people walking up and down the street as you usually do.
Too quiet.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So that makes you.
Well, I'm pissed because I can't hit pedestrians.
Yeah.
On my way through.
Yeah,
It sucks.
So it's too quiet and you're too furious.
Yes.
And so you reach Blaine Manor in virtually no time. It's only a few miles, and you can see that there's, obviously there's no vehicle in the driveway because they don't have one. But
Right.
the dig site appears to be in complete disarray. That's the first thing you notice. But there's nobody there. But you see like bulldozers on their sides, and like maybe a little whiff of smoke coming up.
From like just past the vehicles or something? Or
Yeah,
from the
you can't
vehicles?
quite tell
Okay.
because they're a couple hundred yards away from Blaine Manor,
Yeah.
but you notice like, wow, that's a little odd.
So I'm going to just run up to the front door and whip the door open. Guys, is everything okay?
And you don't hear any response.
What? I didn't hear you.
Hear you.
There's 3 other people here.
Here,
They sound like me.
Me.
I start clawing at the skin from my forehead and ripping it over my eyes and then from my scalp
you
to
do.
my ears.
As you do.
So I can't hear or see anything.
Right.
Hear no evil, see no
Should
evil.
I roll for surprise?
Sure. Just click that button right next
Roll
to
for
surprise.
degloving.
So I'm going to go just do a quick run. I know where they're always at, which is on the couch or in the kitchen making food.
And they're not there.
So
They're good.
Yeah, screw
They're
you.
clearly
I am a
gone.
little apprehensive walking into the kitchen. I'm definitely checking the corners to make sure there's no rat creatures.
You don't say anything like that. Everything
Damn
appears to be
it.
like eerily silent and empty.
I'm going to walk over to the elevator and see if it's up or down.
It is up.
Okay. I'm going to go back to the front door, still open, standing in the threshold, and I'm going to text Rocky. Where are you guys? I need to tell you something about Charlotte.
Charlene?
Charlene, sorry. Charlene.
Text back. Who is Charlotte?
So the message leaves.
It did? Come back.
Come back, message. Come back.
I've missed you. I've missed you. I'm going to like, well, this is not good. So I'm going to shut the front door. And I'm going to walk around the back and just kind of walk towards maybe they're out back with the machinery. See if I can figure out what the hell happened back there.
Sure. So you walk a little ways away from Blade Manor towards the dig site, where the well is, and you can see that as well. There are no persons doing any kind of work there, which you would have expected by now, and there's nobody hanging about. The large moving earth movers are just at weird angles. You see that there is this what do you call it, crater where the well used to be, with a little wisp of smoke coming out, but there's not. It's all very silent. You don't even hear any birds chirping, which is very strange.
What? And be like, what to myself? What the hell happened here? I'll keep checking my phone as I walk back to my car, make sure I'm not missing any messages. Check my signal, make sure it's working.
The signal appears to be working, and you've missed no messages, which is very odd because ordinarily you get a lot of messages.
Right. I'm going to open up my email app on the phone and just scroll and see if anything new's come through.
Nothing new has come through.
I'm going to do a test. I'm going to open up a email and put my email address in it. And then just type a question mark in the subject line and hit send.
And it doesn't receive.
Like, oh, son of a bitch. I wonder if
It's
my phone...
every scenario ever.
Wonder if my phone got damaged when I dropped it, because I have full signal. So I'm going to do a hard reboot of my phone. Take out the SIM card, snap it, put gasoline on the phone, and burn it.
Burn it.
As I get in my car. Well, I'm trying to figure out what I should do. I don't know what to do. I don't know where you guys are at.
I'm gonna go to the phone store and see if they can't help me.
As my phone is rebooting, I'm going to get back in my car and drive to my house because I need to change. I need to check out my head and make sure it is good. It's not just, and take some painkillers because my head is throbbing.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, you pile back in your car, drive back through town, which is eerily silent. You do see a few people here and there, but they seem kind of furtive and like just, going into a store, looking over their shoulder kind of thing. Just very strange, very odd. And so you pull into your house and get out, do your usual thing, and open your door, and it's crawling with rats. I'll need you to make a sanity roll, please.
My houses or the door?
Inside, the interior is just crawling with rats.
Inside of me, boy. I needed an 86. I rolled a 55.
All right, you will take one sanity damage as you open the door and see disgusting, greasy, long-haired rats.
Hippies.
Gnawing on your sofa, tipping over pictures, and essentially coming out of every vent. There must be thousands of these babies.
I'm going to look down at my phone as I shut the door and see if it's rebooted yet. Probably takes a good hour.
Well, first, before we do that, let's talk about your involuntary reaction.
Oh, yeah.
Goes to the shed, grabs some gasoline, get her on the outside of the house.
Right?
Well, it was nice while it lasted.
I'm going to slowly shut the door and just start murmuring to myself, oh, I didn't mean to come home. I have to go to the office. What am I thinking? This is silly. Why am I at my house? I got to go to the office. That's where all the work is at. I just have to go there, check my emails. I'll just check my emails and we'll get it all taken care of. I'm going to walk back to my car as I'm just muttering that, but I'm just going to sit in my car and move the steering wheel like I'm driving to work.
You went completely off the rails. Nice.
Well,
Okay.
after the one rat that attacked me at Blaine Manor, the hit on the head, and a big giant blown up hole with huge equipment everywhere. It's been a weird day,
Shit's
bro.
going down. So yeah, we'll leave you there with your hands on the wheel, sort of pretending like you're driving,
And then I let go.
And
no hands.
And we'll switch back to Roy. Let's do Roy.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus, take that wheel, please. So yeah, you're walking up and down the aisles. You're like, I mean, Miskatonic University is a big place, and you quickly become lost. I would say that your failure on that track roll was probably so you think you're walking up and down. You see somebody walk into a building. You're like, oh, I think that's Bugsy. And you walk into this building, and then you're like, no, wait, this is the women's dormitory. I don't think he'd be here, or would he be here? I'm not sure. And then you see someone disappear around a corner, a shadow, and you walk over there, and you come around a corner, and it's a couple co-eds who are dressed in towels. And you're like, oh, sorry.
Hey,
Oh,
baby,
Pretty
you
cool
want some?
place.
Pretty awesome. I love college. But then you look over and you see another door closing at the far end of the hall, and you're like, that's got to be him. So you rush down, and you quickly find yourself essentially at this crossroads inside a building that has, very tall arch ceilings and marble floor and old wood. And you can hear like footfalls, but you can't quite tell which way they're coming from or going to. And that's when you see a shadow approaching from one end of the hall on one of the walls, but there's nothing casting the shadow. And it looks like a little person or a child, the shadow of a little person or child, and it's approaching you steadily.
And I'll sort of back up as it approaches as much as I can.
And so you back away from this crossroads in this building and look to your right, and there's another one approaching from that direction. And to your left, there's another one approaching from that direction.
I'm just going to kind of hug the wall and suck my gut in and see if they pass by.
And they converge from these points of the compass down these hallways. You can see their shadows slipping along the wall towards you, where you are attempting to huddle against one wall. And they slide across the floor. Again, nothing causing the shadow, nothing casting the shadow. And you look behind you, and sliding up the wall behind you is yet another of these little person mimes. Just their shadows. And they're all now reaching out toward you.
And I'll sort of try and break through and run down one of the hallways in which they came from.
They came from every direction, all 4 points of the compass.
Then I'll run east.
Nice.
East is safe.
East is good. Run to the east. To the
East
east.
is beast.
Look to the east. I will need you to make a sanity roll, please. as you feel these cold tendrils.
Well, I hard successed it. 53 needed, 12 received. First sanity success ever.
Nice. Nicely done. So yeah, you run, arms pinwheel. I learned it from watching you. And run to the east and run directly through the door and stumble into Bugsy Jr. Oh, kid, what the hell? What are you doing? What? I told you to wait back at the car.
Those carnies, man, they're here.
Connie's? What are you talking about?
You know, from the carnival. They just all attacked me right now.
Okay, well, listen up here, Ken. We got bigger fish to fry. We got a murderer on the loose. Kind of sounds a little bit like that guy you've been hanging around at Blaine Manor.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Hey, Google, stop listening.
It'll never stop listening.
Damn you. Yeah, so, what do you... Look, we found Professor LaCroix murdered. She was strangled. And one of the students said they saw someone matching the description of that guy you've been staying with over at Blaine Manor. Are you guys involved somehow?
I mean, I know the guy, you know.
How do you know him?
Well, he was just, we met up on this mission, you know.
Like an
Probably
Airbnb
time.
thing? What's going on?
What dating
Well,
site?
you know, I'm here to shoot this movie, and he needed a place to stay, and, you know, I did a little sublease in action.
Well, look,
You know.
things are going to get a little strange here. We got to take him in for questioning. If he's armed and dangerous, we got to, things might get a little violent. All right, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
All right, you stay behind me. All right, I'm here with two of the security guards from the university. We're gonna take him down one way or another. Okay, come on.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty confident it's not him. I mean,
Well,
but, you
I
know,
can't take
you
your
guys
word
do
for
what you
that.
gotta do.
We got a dead body on our hands, and we got more forces coming. So, all right, stay low, okay, Ken?
and I'll get on the ground and army crawl behind them.
Doom, 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 doom.
He's like, don't go so fast. I can't keep up on my keys.
So, Rocky, you make your way to the convenience store at Miskatonic University. It's actually not too far from the library. It's actually over just one building in the quad, the student union.
So I'm going to quickly get to work walking around. I want to grab. I'm going to grab. Basically, I want to make sure that they can't find me. So we're going to grab probably a new T-shirt and probably a hoodie, along with a pair of sunglasses and a hat. And if they happen to have them, an off-the-shelf backpack.
Sure, they got all that.
No, there's it's on the floor. The backpack is, so you got to find something else.
Yeah, no issues there. You can get all that.
So I'm going to grab it all up. I'm going to pay cash out of my wallet for the stuff at the front. And then I'm going to quickly duck into a bathroom and change and shove all my old clothes into one of the trash cans.
Okay, cool. Well, I love it.
That's
And
not suspicious.
look, I had a good stealth roll. It's fine.
He did. He evaded
And then I'm going to
cops.
pull my phone out and start walking towards back towards Blaine Manor
Okay.
because I don't want to risk grabbing a car. But we're just gonna walk across campus looking at my phone like any other millennial would.
Got it. Perfect. I love it. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, we'll go ahead.
How
and leave
old
you.
do you think the people in college are?
I know.
He could be a grad student. I mean,
Yeah,
a grad
grad
student.
student.
That's mostly who is attending at this stage. So we're good there. So yeah, we'll leave you there, and let's pick
Oh,
up
you
with.
just decided that.
What's that? We'll pick up with
You've
Pippa
decided that it's mostly grad students now.
then. No, I said last time. because it's July, so grad students is pretty much the only people who
And
everybody's
nerds.
nerds and fellow nerds. So Pippa, you come to behind the wheel and you're starting to calm down a little bit, and you're like, okay, there's rats in my house, and you're like, where do you go now? Knowing what you know,
Yeah.
where do you go now?
Probably a place where they know my name.
Give yourself an intelligence check. Otherwise known as an idea roll, where the GM has to insert.
Well, they do say that making your way in the world today requires everything you got.
That's true.
Exactly.
Taking a break from all your worries, that probably would help me a lot.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just want to go to a place where everybody knows your name.
And when you roll a 75, but that's what you needed, and you actually get a 15.
Nice. So you're sitting there behind the wheel, and you feel your blood pressure starting to come down. Your head's throbbing less, and that anger that you felt back at the cottage is now like this simmering rage at the back of your mind, and you can only think of one person who you need to confront.
CVS clerk.
Charlene. And you know where Charlene lives. She lives in an apartment. Not too far away.
Gonna get some torches out of my car, some roadside torches. And I'm gonna take a trip.
In your favorite rocket ship.
Damn right. Yeah, I'm going straight to Charlotte's house.
Charlene.
Who's Charlotte?
Charlene. Why am I saying Charlotte?
I don't know.
Here.
I blame
Who the fuck is Charlotte?
limoncello LaCroix.
No, I even wrote it down as Charlene. But now it's huge on my paper.
Charlene.
Who's that?
I'm going to go over to Charlie Chaplin's house. And I'm going to silently burn it down.
So let's do this.
Squeal out because I have a front wheel drive
Let's
car.
do this in Evil Dead style.
Yeah.
Your hand turns the key, gear shift, gas pedal, back pedal into
It
the
pushes me
street.
back into the seat.
And
it doesn't make that sound.
You race across town and arrive at Charlene's place.
Mm-hmm. Apartment, you said, correct?
Apartment complex, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go right up to Charlene's door. I'm going to try the door handle.
It opens.
I'm going to throw the door wide open and go, Charlotte? No, I'm just kidding. Charlene, get your ass out here now.
And you see someone step out of the kitchenette, because it's an apartment, and with a a cup of tea in her hand, and it's Madame Starbuck, and she says, "Oh, hello, Pippa. I was wondering when you get here. Tea?"
I'm going to light the torch, stick it in her eye, and I'm going to say, burn, you bitch.
And
Yes,
we'll,
I lit some
we'll
tea.
leave you there.
Oh.
We'll leave you there. It's a nice little cliffhanger. And so we'll pick up.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
We'll pick up with Roy. So you're crawling on your belly on the ground behind Bugsy, who's looking back at you like, Ken, get the fuck up. What are you doing? You're embarrassing me here.
No, I'm trying to. We're making it discreet, aren't we? You gotta get low.
I never said anything about discreet. I said be safe. Just get behind me, all right?
You said get low.
Shoddy got
Sweet
low.
Jesus. And you guys, basically, I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
We booked him into a corner.
Probably
So-
got
One of us
some
has
apple
to
bottom
die.
jeans, some boots.
So
with the fur.
Bugsy looks around for a bit and has the security guards check these rooms as you're going through the building, and you come up empty. And Bugsy Jr.'s like puts his gun back, and he's like, "Ah, shit! I think the perp's gone. Think he went back to Blaine Manor?"
Either there or you know where he's been hanging out a lot.
Where's that?
There's this comic book shop that he's always at because he's some kind of a nerd.
Yeah. What's the name of it?
I don't know. It's one of those
you
like
mean the Arkham comic book shop? Yeah. Okay. Or is it just the comic book shop?
it's the comic
Yeah.
book shop.
We've been through this. Everything in Arkham is named literally.
All right. Well, I guess
Was it that or like a computer store? I don't know. He's a nerd. It's one of those nerd
one of the
things.
nerds. All
It's
right.
either at the comic book shop or the computer store.
Well, we're gonna leave the security guards here to keep canvassing the
Makes sense.
campus, and how about you and I head back to the squad car and see if we can rustle up, maybe have a couple of people. We'll radio them in and have some folks stake out the comic shop and the computer shop.
Yeah. And, we can't forget, we can't lose sight about that bomb threat. I know that's happening.
Yeah, I like I said, I didn't see much in the way of evidence of that, but we're having that checked out too. And but I got the coroner coming for the body. It's just a fucking mess around here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know how y'all do it.
I tell you what, Ken, would you mind just hiking it back? I've got to take care of a couple things here, and then I'll have we're gonna get a copter in the air too to see if we can find your boy, and then I'm gonna head over to Blaine Manor, so I'll join you there in a few. Okay.
Yeah, I can figure that out.
All right. You be safe now, and let me know. Give me a buzz if you see that that guy.
All right, we'll do.
All right.
It's right there.
He's right over there. I think he's right down there. So.
It's, right,
All right. I'll catch up with you shortly. Be careful.
like
It's right here.
All right, I'll see you.
All right. So yeah, you take off, and I assume head back to Blaine Manor.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you head back to Blaine Manor, and you see an odd-looking student walking across the field a few hundred yards away from Miskatonic University in the direction of Blaine Manor.
Oh,
And-
I'll walk with him, won't I?
Well, you see him. He's a bit of ways ahead, so you'd have to jog there. But
Oh, I will. We've established that Roy can run.
so you guys, Roy does. Roy catches up handily to Rocky, who is in disguise, but of course, Roy sees him, recognizes his shape and form. Let's play that.
Oh, geez, I thought you were one of those retribution type students.
oh, then obviously the disguise is working.
So did you do some murdering that I should know about?
To the murdering, no. Find the body before anyone else, yes. Although, to be fair, I do think I've figured out what's going on here.
Well, what's going on here is that you got the police force looking for you. They're going to send out copters, and if I get seen with you, I'm going down because, I'm trying to help them out and help you out and help myself out.
Well, I'm trying to get back to the manor. If I can get to the bat cave underneath, there's no way they'll find me.
Hey, that's trademarked. Well, I mean, I know that's true, but how are we going to get there? Especially if they send this chopper out. I mean, I don't know how woody. We don't have a map, so I don't know how much woods and cover there is between where we are at and Blaine Manor.
Well, we know that Blaine Manor is a couple miles away from Miskatonic University.
And we know that they're going to be at Blaine Manor looking for you.
Well, I'm going to need somewhere to hide, at least until tonight when this whole circus starts up. preferably someplace out of the way and quiet that we can get everyone together at the same time, because a little bit of explaining to do, as it were.
Well, I know a place that they may not think to look.
Oh, really? And where might that be?
Well, Bugsy knows that Roy and Rocky don't get along. And he knows that Rocky wouldn't go to Roy's family for help.
You can't be serious.
I don't want to do this either.
You know, as much as I hate this, you might actually have a point. The question is how do we get in without, arousing suspicion?
Well, the thing about it, Roger and all of them would just come in anytime they wanted. You know, they're the uncles and what have. They did whatever they want. They basically had free range of the house when I wasn't there. I don't know why you can't just pretend like you're doing that and see if it works out.
I mean, we did have enough uncles. It is possible that if I just make a name up, they'll believe that it's just another one they've never heard of before.
Yeah.
Sure those were all your kids?
I mean, we haven't heard from Uncle Remus in who knows how long.
God, I think I only ever met him like 2 times.
Yeah, I mean, he was somewhat popular in the family for a while, and then the people above just kind of dropped it and like to pretend that he never existed for some weird reason. I've never figured out why.
I know Ricky hated him, and whenever he and Ricky would get at it, and I think that might have had a contributing factor because Ricky, he was always home. He was never out doing anything.
And then there were the accusations of the whole being racist thing, but I don't know.
I don't see it. I mean, how can anything an Arroyo does be perceived as negative? I don't understand that.
It's all fake news.
They just don't understand our way.
Our way.
All right. So to wrap this up, where are you guys heading exactly? I'm real confused.
I have spoken.
We are heading to Greta and Roy's house.
Okay, and you realize that Greta moved.
Well, I don't know. I didn't. I mean, I heard, but
Okay. So yeah,
I'm sure we can figure it out.
You're heading to your old house. That's really what
abode.
Old abode. With the decision made, you avert course and change direction towards where Roy's old house is. Rocky sort of lagging because this is not going to go well. If all things being equal. And as you stumble towards that direction, you hear a strange sizzling sound that lasts a couple seconds, followed by the unmistakable odor of ozone. Then, about 20 yards away,
Get down!
You see Charlene Abernathy standing nonchalantly, hips cocked, one leg bent, and a recyclable coffee cup tilted to her painted lips. She's wearing bright pink Converse sneakers, bell-bottom jeans belted low at the waists with a white sash, and a tie-dye t-shirt bearing a groovy peace sign at the center. On each wrist is a wide silver bracelet into which has been set a familiar stone. Her forehead is encircled with a similarly styled tiara, though the place where a third stone would go is empty. She gulps the mouthful of coffee, burps loudly into the afternoon air, then turns and smiles at Rocky. Hey, hot stuff. Like the new look?
I wasn't aware that Pippa had instituted themed days at the office, but if you're going for like the whole '60s kind of thing, you're pulling it off.
Well, thank you. I really worked on this one too. So I thought, what's going to go really well with the bracers and the tiara, bell bottom
Yeah,
jeans.
there's a very unique tiara and braces you have there. Where'd you find them?
Oh, my dad made them. Just in case we found these. And she holds up her wrists, flashing the starstones. Pretty sweet, right?
Yeah, no, you know that. I think I've seen those rocks somewhere before, though. They look kind of familiar. I can't quite place it though.
Well, this one used to belong to Pippa. I had to kind of do a little bit of, but now it's mine. So there's that.
Well, law of the jungle, finders keepers, and whatnot.
Well, I didn't, I really like Pippa. I didn't mean to hurt her, but just a little boop.
A little whoop.
I needed the this one's mine. This is from my great grandfather, and you see they match, right? We just gotta get one more. Hey, where you guys headed to? Hey, Roy, how's it going?
Just came back from talking with a professor friend of mine over at the university.
Oh, who?
An old acquaintance goes by the name of Professor LaCroix. She
doesn't ring a bell. All bored already.
She was helping me with the. She studies language. She was helping me with the bracelets that circus drops.
Oh.
So, fun fact: those bracelets, the writing apparently has something to do with ancient Mayans or Aztecs or something like that. I don't know. It is above my head.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I don't really follow all that mumbo jumbo stuff. But what are you guys doing right now? Why are you dressed like that? It's cute on you. Don't get me wrong. I mean, looks good on you.
I'm just really felt like blending into my surroundings would help me concentrate. It's you got to get into the mindset. I'm like a method actor that way.
I hear you. There's nothing wrong with doing a little cosplay.
So
unless for the cause.
It was interesting. I happened to stumble across a little something when I was doing my research. Do the names Walter Abernathy or possibly Harvey mean anything to you?
Well, duh. I mean, Harvey is my great grandfather. That's where I got that one.
Ah,
yeah. I mean, that's it. And all right, guys, bring it in a little bit. Okay,
huddle.
So
No.
Huddle up.
No.
This is the deal. Wallace was my great grand uncle. Makes sense, right? They were brothers, the whole thing. And I need your guys' help to rescue him. And we'll go back to Pippa.
Can't believe what's happening right now.
Tea, Pippa? Do you take it with sugar?
I take it.
Well, come on in. Don't stand there. Don't be a stranger. Come on in.
Did you hire Charlene
Oh, please sit
to
down.
steal my necklace?
What? No, God. Look, we have so
You
much to talk
heard
about.
me.
We have so much to talk about. Have a seat. I'll get you some
No,
tea.
I'll stand.
You look
I'll
a little
stand.
you look a little nervous right now.
No, I'm not nervous.
You seem a little white, a little tense.
I'm far from nervous.
Okay. Who am I to judge? Is black tea okay?
I'm livid.
Does that mean you're racists?
Yes. No! Don't cancel.
I understand. I completely, and I don't blame you. What Charlene did to you, inexcusable.
Why did you have her do it then?
I absolutely did not. How dare you? I thought we knew each other.
We don't know each other.
Well, I mean, I was in your dreams.
Yeah, it's just
we had
'cause
a
I
nice
thought you were
conversation.
attractive. I did.
Oh!
Bad dream. Bad dream. Sorry.
Pippa, I do declare.
Yeah, you invaded my dreams. You weren't invited there.
I was a guest star. I thought we talked about all this.
And now you're hiring thugs to take me out?
Absolutely not. I would never do that. As I hit my microphone. Never. I'm emphatic. No, absolutely not. I would. I'm really sorry that this happened to you at all. And
you better explain what's going on right now.
I will. Let's have some tea.
I don't
Can
want
we
any
at least
tea.
be civil?
This is as civil as I am getting right now. I got hit in the back of the head, and my keepsake from my father, the only item I've ever had from him, is gone.
I completely understand because
The power of Grayskull! I raise him.
You know, the exact same thing happened to me.
You got hit in the back of the head?
At
an open house?
At an open house is weird.
After making a pie?
I, too, had one of those stones. And it was stolen from me by Harvey Abernathy, the great-grandfather of Charlene. You know what they say, Pippa?
No, he's dead.
The thief doesn't fall too far from the tree. I think that's apropos right now.
Who's apropos? Is he involved in this?
He's a Greek philosopher. I don't know.
I thought you meant Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan apropos.
I don't want any foe right now. Thank you.
Look, her great-grandfather had this weird idea that he would use this stone to infiltrate a place called the Library City. You and I spoke of it.
Yes.
I've never been there.
That.
I've only heard of it. It's like the mythical Golden City. It's a place where the dead don't die. And
Disney.
she intends to infiltrate this place, get access to the Library City, and destroy it, destroying all of the consciousnesses of people and other beings who dwell there. I don't know. They are a cruel family. They'll stop at nothing. You know, because you've seen and witnessed their violence. You are a victim as much as I am.
Are you telling me that this whole time you weren't after my stone?
Pippa, I wanted to engage you in a partnership, and I still do.
I don't even know you that well. I'm not going to get engaged.
Well, we're both free agents. Wink. Wink, wink, wink. All I'm saying is I have the means to help you because I still possess my Starstone.
Why would you help me? You have
exactly.
nothing
Why
to do for me
I
now.
help you? You have a certain, shall we say, innate power. I recognize it in you.
I don't think it's 8. I think it might be 6.
It could be 6. Do you not possess certain mystical powers?
I don't know about mystical.
Call it what you will. but I recognize the same.
Super duper pooper powers.
Yeah, that's it, baby.
And that's what I call it.
Perhaps you're not fully aware of the extent of your powers, but I can teach you. I have much to teach you.
Can you help me get her?
Of course, but you must help me as well. It needs to be a two-way street.
Only if I can keep my stone.
Of course, we will get it back.
Where is she? Hold on. Where is she?
I sense that she is even now attempting to find us, so we must make haste and be away. I had hoped that she would return here unawares and I could get the jump on her, but I'm very glad that you had the foresight to come here first. Come with me back to the sideshow, and we'll await and plan our next move.
If I come with you, will I see pure imagination? Come with me, and you'll see
Pure imagination.
Only if we stay out of boats that go down strange colored tunnels.
You're not here.
Yes. Come with me, Pippa, and she holds out her hand.
I
Will you
reluctantly
join
grab
me?
it. I reluctantly crouch at the starting line. Yes, I reach out reluctantly and grab her hand. Let's do it.
Excellent.
Let's do each
And-
other.
We're engaged now. No take backsies.
And she leads you out of Charlene's apartment.
Tiptoeing, I hope.
Through the tulips,
Through
even.
the tulips. And we'll head back to
3.
Four.
Rocky and Roy powwowing with Charlene.
I think Roy's excited.
Roy's
like
super
continuing
excited.
I
Power off
don't
his
like
computer.
her. She's annoying.
Not just annoying, powerful.
Doesn't make her not annoying.
I know.
Roy just over there like,
I'm trying to remember where we left off on that one. Can't remember.
she was
Huddling
saying
up.
she wants to rescue
Oh, Wallace.
someone.
Yep.
Yep.
Wallace.
Her uncle,
Okay.
Wallace,
Got it.
right?
This
I'll only
plot-
take Wallace
this
if we
plot
get
is-
Gromit with him.
Exactly. Wallace and Gromit. We
You
got
can't
both
separate the
kinds.
two.
Wallace and Gromit. So yeah, she says,
Look at these Gromits.
so are you guys in? Are you up for a rescue mission? Come on, look, I got the outfit and everything.
What exactly kind of rescue mission are we talking about here? Like,
Look, it's very simple. All we have to do is get the other Starstone from that person, Madam Starbuck. She
the lady who owns the
is-
coffee shops, yes.
Yes. She's a bad person, you guys. I mean,
Bigby?
she basically kidnapped my great-granduncle and then tried to sacrifice him to the old ones in order to gain access to the library city. And I don't really care for that. So I'm here to defend my family's honor. Will you help me?
I don't care. You decide, Rocky.
Are you sure, Roy? This is the first time you've never had input on these things. I mean, usually I can't get you to shut up.
And she kind
Well,
of
if you can't tell, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. You go.
If you can't tell by my body language how I feel about it, I don't know what to tell you at this point.
You know, usually in a situation like this, I'd have to, and an exaggerated arm up in the air, whack you really hard on the back of the head to stop you from talking.
You know, I'm just trying to not block you out from whatever you're trying to achieve with this girl. It's really what it comes down to.
And Charlene sidles up to Rocky a little bit. I mean, you know, you could help me, couldn't you, Rocky? I mean, damsel in distress and all that.
He normally doesn't stop talking. Talking really hard. Just take a really big swing back and whack him on the back of the head. Knock him out maybe, but. You know what I'm talking about, Roy. You really hard. Maybe use your gun, butt of the pistol kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hint.
I mean, I'm not gonna do your work for you, man. This one's all you. I've never talked to her before.
Matt's reaction.
So what do you say, guys? I mean, Roy.
I'm just gonna tell you what. I'll give me 30 seconds. I just need to sidebar with this one. Wait.
Sure, guys. Right? I gotta finish this coffee anyways. She steps away.
I'm gonna walk a little bit down the ways and I'll bring Roy with me. Nothing, really. All that in.
He annoys me to a degree that I don't even know what to do, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm trying to give you a hint here. She has the stones we need. Just...
If she has the stones, do you really think just hitting her is going to knock her out, buddy?
A massage?
Well, I mean, she has a pair of stones, yes, but she's still human. Blunt force trauma is deadly.
I mean, yeah, I am pretty strong. Okay, I see what you're trying to tell me.
And break.
Look, we take her down, we get the stones, and that gives us a serious leg up on Starbuck.
Alright, well, I kind of feel like she's going to be suspicious from this conversation, so I feel like we can't do it right now.
The keeper also heard you.
Something metagaming. I don't know. We'll go along with this for now, but when we get a good opportunity...
Okay.
Say, good job.
All right, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I just didn't want to cock block you. I didn't know what to say.
All right, come on. Gonna head back to Charlene.
Oh, hey, did you guys figure it out? Are you gonna help a poor girl out or what?
Oh, how could we not? I mean, a couple of gentlemen like us could never say no to helping somebody when they need it.
Thank you. Now, we do have a couple ground rules, okay?
Oh my God, shut up.
Number one, and she throws her coffee cup away.
She littered?
I guess I should tell you that I can kind of see into the future. And I heard everything you said. Rocky, I'm pretty hurt, but I'll look past it, okay? I think you and I can still go forward and have a trusting relationship, but we just need to get to a place of honesty and truth, okay? Guys, look, I'm not trying anything weird here. I think you guys are the good guys. I hope that's true. And I think she's the bad guy, and we got to get her. And that's all I'm asking. Are you in?
For now. You're not the first person. Look, you're not the first person to chase these artifacts. I've seen what happens to people who wield things far beyond their means.
And she leans in towards Roy and says, "He's so sexy when he says stuff like that."
Shut up.
All right, guys. So where are we heading now? We should probably check up someplace and make a battle plan.
shack up together.
Just be forewarned. As Sir John Dalberg Acton once said, power tends to corrupt, and absolute power tends to corrupt absolutely. I'm watching you.
Oh, I love Clint
Nerd.
Eastwood in that. Oh, such a good movie. Absolute Power. Oh,
Absolute
so
vodka.
great. And so true. You are so wise, Rocky. I'm sorry. I'm getting all girly here. Where are we heading?
See, that's the problem. The police are somewhat looking for me at the moment.
You killed a guy.
I didn't kill someone. I found the body and
After he
investigated
killed
it.
it.
I didn't kill anyone. She was already dead when I found her. I have an inkling that Starbuck is behind it, but no solid proof yet.
He also has no alibi.
No alibi.
Ooh, yeah, that's a pickle. So we're gonna need someplace really remote and where could we go?
I mean, we could go back to your place. You have an apartment, right, Charlene?
I do actually, yes. Although I got an idea that might not be the best here. I kind of think maybe Pippa's a little pissed off, and she'd probably head straight there. I don't really trust
I'm
that.
completely fine with not going to your apartment.
Awesome. What do you say, Roy? Where do you live?
I don't live anywhere. I drift.
You drift. You're a grifter. I like that a lot. Well, I suppose we could go to the visitor center. No one ever goes there.
Well, what if we
Lem
tried
is
to
deaf,
hide
dumb,
in
and
plain
blind.
sight?
That's what I'm
Well-
saying. We're saying the same thing here.
No, you copied me.
Or
Yes.
how far are we from the fairgrounds? No one
well,
ever expects to find their enemy right under their nose.
I just said
know.
that.
I know, but where would we hide?
I mean, there are plenty of
Can you
tents.
think of one particular tent that might be good?
In plain
I
sight.
know there's this really big one right in the middle. Should have plenty of hiding.
It's a big tent. Well, I think she actually could sense us that close because the stones.
And
They
because
sort
you're
of-
really loud.
They sort of call to each other.
Like 5G, or are they still on LTE?
No, that
Hey, I
causes
got my
the
shot.
virus. So
2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz. What kind of wireless?
I really think the visitor center might be the best place.
You know, I like Lem, so I'm not going to argue.
It'll give Roy somebody to interact with.
Thank God.
It's Wi-Fi 6.
Leave
Well,
you two some alone time
6H.
away from me.
Nice. What do you say, guys?
Tomato.
I,
Oh.
why is Pippa saying tomato? Huh? There's a weird Facebook update. You guys
Not
get
getting my messages.
I'm fine with it.
All right. And she
I
holds
don't
out her
see any
hand
other
to
option.
Roy. And then she holds out her hand to Rocky.
No.
I'm just warning you now. Roy doesn't do physical contact. It's some weird.
Only
then-
violence.
Then he may be walking, but otherwise I can get us there in a blink.
I'm fine with some alone time.
Rocky, shall we?
And I just close my eyes and like very slowly and unhappily reach out and grab her hand.
And you
Ooh,
reach
goodies.
out and grab her very soft and supple hand. It's warm and has actually a really nice grip. And you feel this energy course through you. And Roy sees the two of them disappear in a puff of ozone. And Rocky and Charlene are now standing in the visitor center. And you hear Lem go, "Huh? Huh? Who's there?"
Nothing to worry about, Lem. Just looking for some pamphlets.
Hand flutes.
If you have those, right?
And then we'll leave the camera showing flying high above Roy as he slowly treads towards the
11
visitor
miles
center,
back
which
to
is
the
like
visitor
a
center.
few miles away. Yeah.
It's worth it to not hear
Nice.
Charlene talk.
Talk the whole way. Tune in next time as we play another reel of the Lovecraft tapes. All right, guys, let's hear your thoughts and theories on this episode. Lots to talk about.
My theory is that we're not going to be able to kill Charlene.
Oh, no.
Is that
But
the
I don't-
intent? To kill Charlene?
I mean, I certainly wouldn't
Kill,
mind it.
no. Get the
I
stones
wouldn't
off
mind it.
of. Yes.
What does Rocky intend to do with the stones?
Not
Thanos.
sure yet, but someone like her
Is it-
definitely has not been trained nor can handle an artifact of that magnitude or power. He's seen it before, and it generally ends up with
Seems a little gatekeeper
Melting?
to me.
Did you need to mansplain it to her?
Yeah.
look, I'm just saying that you have to be careful with these things. She doesn't know what she has.
He's annoying too, so
That too. She's-
Roy, who is
Hey,
more
look,
annoying,
Roy,
Rocky
we agree
or
on something.
Charlene?
She is annoying.
probably Charlene. I mean, and
Wow.
that's saying something. I don't know. I've just
It's a high
decided
bar.
I have decided that that's the character that needs to grind my gears the most.
Nice.
On tonight's Grind My Gears.
And
You know what really grinds my gears?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Bring it on. Pippa, how about you? You've got a new pact now, potentially.
Oh,
with-
it's not a pact.
well, I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
There's some
for lack of a different word.
No, I
There's
need
some
to find
sexual
her.
tension.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Chrissy.
true. I need to find Charlene, and I need to find her now. And if I find Charlotte along the way, I'll kick her ass too.
Kick all the shars.
The entirety of Charlotte, North Carolina.
You definitely aren't going to find her, so screw you.
I listened to your guys' whole conversation. I know where you're at.
I know exactly where
Rocky's
you're at.
taking her
Damn
to
it.
the bone zone, so good luck.
Oh, come on.
Gross.
Yikes.
I've never been there. Is that at
That's where the
Cedar Point?
That's where the rabbit killed everybody. The bones.
At Cedar Point at Halloween?
It's
Bone
the
zone.
Indiana Jones
It's the
exhibit.
skeletons.
Nice.
Bone zone.
Chilled monkey brains. Nice. Cool.
Ooh,
So
hoo-ha.
yeah. So I think
Crazy,
I think we're
man.
good. Like that's pretty much everything that happened. We're gonna see what happens next time. So we basically have for everybody there be some inside baseball. We have 2 live episodes left. So we're gonna wrap things up within that
3
space
dead
of time.
ones.
And then then we have the epilogue, which will really truly put the bow on things.
And this one is going to be different because after the epilogue, I'm going to use the epilady,
Epilady.
and we're gonna do that live.
Nice.
Who is that Appalachia?
Here's the epidermal.
It just literally rips the hair out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. But in the meantime, now
I'll be
it's
glad.
time for some hashtag Recommendos where we share some of our geeky obsessions. Please roll D Hondo. And
First.
I'll do it publicly.
No,
this time.
Gabe.
30s. In the 30s. Oh, Jeremy
Oh,
sucks.
shit. All right, looks like we're actually in order. So Gabe, Brian, Matt, and me. So Gabe, start us off.
I wasn't ever really planning on recommending this because I remember it was brought up in the Leathers of Beyond, and I was like, whatever, I just won't. But I haven't had time to do new things, so I guess I will recommend it. I watched it a while ago, and I just rewatched it.
Nice.
Todd and the Book of Pure Evil. Yes. It's a blast of a show. If you're like dumbass stoner comedies that are very gory and bloody, this is the show for you. because it's just a blast. It's really stupid. It's about these high schooler kids who are trying to combat this book of pure evil that does what it sounds like it does. I mean, it goes to this high school and it finds people who are, in high school, so they are upset, and it gives them their wildest dreams, and then, finds some very Faustian extra thing to it, that goes wrong. It never goes well. And, it's just a lot of fun. I love heavy metal. That's a big part of the show. There's a lot of very good, if you ever watched Canadian television growing up, and you grew up when I grew up, you're going to recognize a lot of these actors, which I did. So that's a lot of fun. And, I don't know, it's just really stupid and really over the top and gory, and those are my favorite things. And it's just worth watching. That's Todd in the Book of Pure Evil.
Yeah, it's a friggin' great show. And who's plays the janitor?
Jason Mewes.
Nice.
Not
So
Jason
good.
Mraz.
So good. Oh my God,
Matt.
such a fun
Soon.
show. Awesome, thanks, Gabe. Appreciate that. Let's move on to Brian.
My recommendation is Sweet Tooth on Netflix. Nobody's recommended that, right?
I don't think
No.
so.
Okay. I was trying to go into the recommendo list that we have of past ones, and that's when my computer took a shit.
Yeah.
You gotta use the
So,
fine key.
I never got to look, but I was
Control
hoping I had a
F,
backup
Brian,
just
not
in
Control
case.
Delete.
Oh, damn it. It's basically a post-apocalyptic something happened in the world, because I definitely want everybody to go watch this, so I'm going to do my best not to give any spoilers, where all of a sudden babies are starting to be born, and they're hybrids. They're mixed with animals. So one comes out, it's a turtle and a human mixed together. It has features of turtle, birds, any animal that you can imagine. And this story is about a boy who was born part deer. And you get to travel with him trying to figure out who he is and what he is at a young age of around 10 or 11 years old. And there's circumstances that lead up to why he has to travel. Some pretty dire circumstances. And you don't find out what actually happened to make these babies this way and decimate the human race to where there's very few humans left on the planet until probably 3/4 of the way through the show, the first season. The way they tell the story is a little unique. I really enjoyed the visuals. The cinematography is gorgeous, and the way that they tell the story, almost from a child's perspective, very innocent. It's really, really well done. So please check it out if you can. If you can get Netflix, and you can, even if you do a free trial, watch the first season. It's called Sweet Tooth. Really great show. I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
And big ups to the comic book and anything that Jeff Lemire ever wrote.
Nice.
Kevin Smith for life.
Yeah. Oh. I wonder if in the show Sweet Tooth does the guy go and then like claws come out?
No,
never happens.
Because he's not a werewolf. He's a deer.
Well, I know, but Manimal was everything. So
he just goes click, 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 click.
hooves.
Oh, God. Now I'm just thinking of the animated GIF where the deer comes up and like pulls the hooves off, and they're like little hands.
Yes. Creepy.
But they're the little hands.
Yeah, they're like little.
Great show. Really, really good show.
All right. Thank you, Brian. And Matt, you're up next.
Cool. So there's in case you haven't noticed, you're not in gaming circles. There's kind of a lot of hullabaloo going on over a very not well known company called Activision Blizzard right now. I won't go into details, but there are a lot of people that are
Pitfall.
very upset. Yeah. And Activision Blizzard happens to be the owners and proprietors of a very popular online MMO called World of Warcraft, and as such, there are quite a few people that are jumping ship from this in protest. They don't want to support a company. So I felt like it's been on my list for a while. I feel like it's kind of a timely thing to do. But if you're looking to jump ship from World of Warcraft, why don't you swing on over and give the Elder Scrolls a try? It's owns ZeniMax Online, which is ZeniMax Media, which is now owned by Microsoft. But it is the Elder Scrolls world. It's, you know, the lands of Skyrim and Oblivion and Morrowind, but all stuck together in an MMO format. So there are a bunch of different the races that you know. There are different factions. It's an extremely vast world, and there's always something to do. Each like area you go to has its own mini story quests. There are side quests. There are what are called world events. There are like mini bosses for you to team up with random people and fight. It's great. There's always something to do. It's something that I don't feel bad like hopping in for a bit and, you know, maybe killing a boss or two and maybe doing a quest and then hopping out. So it's a really fun MMO. It's free to play, and there's a surprising chunk of content there for people who don't actually want to put any money into it. So it's honestly worth giving a shot if you're looking for a new MMO to kind of wean off WoW. It's definitely worth a look. I'm really enjoying my time with it. I'm up to like almost 90 hours into it, and I'm still going. So, you know, if you're looking for an MMO, Elder Scrolls Online.
I have a quick question. Do they have any front missions? Or just side missions? Okay.
Only sides.
Front and back.
They've got rear missions?
Yeah.
Oh, Brian.
Oh, I don't play those.
Yeah, I know.
Something about cake?
Ooh, look at that cake.
Yikes.
Damn.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. And I'm going to wrap us up here with a recommendo for a movie. Sort of a horror movie called Here Comes Hell. In 2019, directed by Jack McHenry. It's a black and white horror comedy in the style of a 1950s haunted mansion, a haunted house kind of thing, but with a sort of slapstick modern day aesthetic. And it's about these four friends who meet up at this rundown mansion, and they're all like rich people, and they have this sort of all intertwined histories and personal problems, and they decide, let's get drunk and all in black and white, have fun, eat too much, and then invite an actual medium over to do a seance. Because the mansion that this one guy just bought, was like the mansion of this noted, not physicist, but like psychoanalyst, whatever. And they shouldn't do that. You should never have a seance where somebody killed themselves. And of course they do. And what happens is they bring back the spirits, Evil Dead style, and essentially you get the same sort of camera work and all kinds of crazy stuff, and people becoming zombies and popping up and, you know, all that sort of thing.
All in black and white?
All in black and white.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's gory. It's like pitch perfect as far as like the accents. Like they all have like really bad.
Pitch Perfect was a good movie. Is it?
Really bad sort of English accents, except for the American guy. But if you've ever seen the movie The Lost Skeleton of Cadavra, yeah, no, another great one. Another sort of like tribute to those 1950s, even back to 1930s horror type things. I think everybody here would really like this. It's fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and then once things get going, after about an hour, to be honest, it takes a little while to wrap up. Then things get real, and like there's just like a bunch of zombie nonsense going on, a lot of violence, a lot of lopping off of limbs and so forth. So Definitely check out Here Comes Hell. I believe I saw this on Hulu, but it might have been Shudder. And it wasn't Shudder, something else. Probably Hulu. You can look it up, find it someplace. But if you get a chance, check that out. It's a lot of fun.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. And also The Lost Skeletons of Cadabra. It's just a ton of fun. Yes, you always want to... I love movies, actually, where like there was this magician back in the 1920s and 30s who... I mean, it's very Lovecraftian, right? Like he went too far, but then he killed himself or got killed or whatever. But he left his legacy behind, and his work can be finished. All you have to do is read this passage. Nictu Rata.
Uzumaki.
Uzumaki Spiral.
Nokia.
I caught myself watching that.
Nice. Yes, you did.
Save it for the Recommendos.
Exactly.
No.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this episode of Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you prefer. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, you can find us at lovecrafttapes.com with links to our hashtag Recommendos and social media channels, including Reddit, YouTube, and our Discord server, where you can chat with us in real time. You can find me on Twitter at lovecrafttapes.
And if anybody has any idea on how to knock out someone who can see into the future, let me know yesterday on Twitter at The Real Weird Kid. That way she won't know that I know because it's already happened.
Nice.
Got to use that big brain energy sometimes.
And if anybody wants to give me coping mechanisms, ways to not be annoyed, you can find me at Lovecraft Gabe.
I'd like the same as Matt. I'd like to figure out how to knock somebody out without them knowing that I'm going to knock them out.
Always good skill to
knock them
have.
out.
It's a knockout.
Mama says knock you out.
Until next time, roll for bell bottoms.
Bottom girl.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks for watching. Appreciate that. Thanks, Crossy, for all the yummy goodness, all the coffees, beers, or whatever else we might buy for that.
Boop, boop.
Yep.
Good night.
And we'll be back next Thursday.
I'm going to buy coffee beer.
It's probably a thing.